Bridgerton star Claudia Jessie has quickly worked her way into the hearts of Netflix viewers all over the world. As Eloise Bridgerton, Jessie puts her humor firmly on display with each episode of the Shonda Rhimes-led show. Prior to Bridgerton, Jessie was best known for her role in the British TV series Vanity Fair. We have a feeling that Jessie's star is only going to continue to rise thanks to Bridgerton, so we've rounded up 10 things you probably didn't know about Claudia Jessie. Bridgerton is her first major role. Born on October 30, 1989, Claudia Jessie Payton hails from Birmingham in the UK and dropped her surname when she took up acting. Her first acting role was in a 2012 short called Rosie, before landing a bit part in the TV show House of Anubis. She's continued to act in a variety of TV shows, but Bridgerton is her first major role that's brought her to TV screens around the world. She had no formal acting training before her first role. Despite how impressive Claudia Jessie is in Bridgerton, she never had any formal acting training before she broke into the business, mostly because she couldn't afford it. She told the Belfast Telegraph in 2018, "My family were so poor. My mum would clean houses to maybe get me to a ballet class, bless her. My dad, when he was still about, I don't think he worked. We were fighting off bailiffs at the door." She was inspired to become an actress by watching comedy series. As Eloise, it's clear that Jessie has a natural flair for comedy, so it makes sense that she fell in love with acting through comedy shows. She told Teresa magazine, "Ever since I was really young, I have loved making people laugh. I was obsessed with shows like Whose Line Is It Anyway, Blackadder, Monty Python, The Kenny Everett Show, and things like that. I think I just wanted to be silly and clown around. I always felt super odd, and being funny was such an outlet for me." She plays the piano. Daphne is the piano player of the Bridgerton family on screen, but in real life, Jessie is actually musically gifted herself. When asked by Bradford Zone in August 2018 whether she was actually playing the piano as Amelia in Vanity Fair, Jessie said, "I've got a piano, it was my granddad's and he taught me how to play the piano, and when he died he left it to me in his will. So I do play. My mum and my brother are quite musical. It's been in our lives forever. Filming those scenes was really good fun." She's had a lot of odd jobs. In order to support herself before her acting career took off, Jessie had to juggle several odd jobs, all while sleeping on her aunt's sofa in London. According to her interview with the Belfast Telegraph, she worked in pubs, walked dogs, did promo work for Capital FM in Birmingham, England, and made market research phone calls for shampoo brands and the B&B biscuit brand. As she explained to the Sunday Post, she spent 5 years doing any work she could find. "I was just doing anything I could to earn money." She lives on a canal boat. Jessie's a humble actress and even lives on a canal boat in the UK. Apparently she grew up living in a similar home, and she loved it so much that she bought one of her own as an adult. Talking to Shondaland in December 2020, she said that the day she moved onto her boat was one of the best of her life. "My first night on the boat consisted of me and my mum unpacking everything until the early hours of the morning, whilst drinking a lot of wine." She's a Buddhist. Jessie has endured panic attacks and extreme anxiety since childhood, and eventually, she was diagnosed with depersonalization disorder. To cope with those feelings, she tried chanting and mediation, and now, she, her partner, her mom, and her brother all practice Nichiren Buddhism, a Japanese branch of the religion. She told the Belfast Telegraph, "It supported me no end. The more I resisted those feelings, the worse it would feel. The more I sat with them, meditating, the more easily they passed." According to Jessie, she may have never pursued acting if she hadn't found Buddhism. She told you, "I can be deeply sensitive, so Buddhism being the center of my life has given me the courage to go for the things I want without fear holding me back." She credits her mom with her success. Because her parents divorced when she was young, Jessie was raised primarily by her mother, and despite their financial difficulties, her mom always encouraged her to follow her dreams. "She always told me that she didn't want me to give up on something that I loved. She was open to the idea that I could achieve anything. We had a really difficult life. She was a single parent and was cleaning houses, so I could get an opportunity to express myself. She worked her backside off for my brother and myself and never gave up. It was down to her that I kept going." Jessie even received her education from her mom. After she left school at the age of 14, her mom taught her from home. As she explained to You magazine in 2018, "I was so much happier being educated one-on-one by my mom. I felt really safe and nurtured, and that I could be myself." She doesn't use social media. Claudia Jessie doesn't just dislike social media, she doesn't use social media at all. She told Town and Country in 2021, "There are certain things that work for people, and there are certain things that don't. And for me, my absolute happiness, my truest happiness, I don't think that would happen on social media. I feel like Bridgerton is the way that I get to reach out to people. Do you know what I mean? My job gets to be expansive and that's exciting. But I feel like social media is not for me, and it hasn't been since forever, really. I've taken a breather for years now. It's going really well." She loves watching her own performances. Unlike many actors who choose not to watch their own TV shows and movies, Jessie told the Belfast Telegraph that she loves seeing herself on screen. "I watch myself back on Sundays, absolutely," she said in reference to Vanity Fair. "I know that the common reaction from actors is to be like, oh no, I can't stand seeing myself on TV, but I love it because I'm so proud of it. I get dead excited."